First time in a while that we've actually done new games on a Sunday night. We're gonna jump into Dear Esther. It's got kind of a little bit of a spooky feeling. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started and see where this takes us. Okay, so we got different chapters. So we'll start off at the lighthouse. It's an indie game. It's a couple of years old by now.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing
I'll shut
stock
up while he's
driving them
talking.
away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
This looks familiar, actually. Zoom game. My audio cable is still a little tangled up, and I'm hitting the microphone now. Okay, so we're on some kind of coastline. And it looks like we have an abandoned building here. Very abandoned building. All the windows are broken. So let's take a look and say, oh, we got a flashlight. I always love games that people actually bring flashlights with them. You don't have to stumble around in the dark so much. Is that just the wind, or is there something else that we hear in the background here? Very spooky atmosphere. With the wind howling. This looks like a letter or some kind. I don't know if I can interact with it. Looks like a map of, what is that, the United States? Looks a little bit like it. Some sheet music on the floor. It's just mold, I hope. It's not nothing particular. Some boards against. And some... Okay, this is just blue paint. I thought there was some kind of fluorescent stuff there. Okay. It's a formula. C2... 2 carbon molecules. It's an unusual way of writing the connections, though. Not sure what that means. Can we do anything here? This is a fairly modern place. It's got a radiator as a heater. So it must be from at least the 20th century. We've been in here. So... well, let's look in this building. This looks like another can of paint there. More paint splatters on the floor, more paint. Somebody really likes light blue. looks like a water heater. Big button on it. Okay, so this is probably the utility room slash shed. It's attached to the house. So there's actually a lighthouse attached to it, but we can't get to it from here. Or was that the room that we were in? It didn't look like it. It looked like it was further away. Because this is... No, it's 2 windows. Okay. So yeah, we're actually looking up into the lighthouse, and there is some kind of circular stairway, but I guess the stairway broke off or something. Yeah. I guess we can't get up there. No, wait. So far nothing indicates that we can interact with it. There is another boat. We didn't really look at that boat, did we? Looks like that boat has been here for a while as well. I don't know how we got here. So we got 2 paths. One path leading there, one path leading up. Let's go up. Very windy. There's a red light or something like a signaling or a radio mast or something. Does this path already die out? Looks like it, unless we want to slide down here. Which I think we can. Okay, so... Can we climb back up, or do we need to jump or something? No. I think we're being railroaded this way. There's something on the floor. Oh, could be just rocks. Yeah, or trash that looks like paper. That looks very much like what we just slid down on. It's not though. Some driftwood. Looks like lobster cages. More driftwood. Oh, look. There's something that goes up.
There was once talk of a wind farm out here, away from the rage and the intolerance of the masses. The sea, they said, is too rough for the turbines to stand. They clearly never came here to experience the becalming for themselves. Personally, I would have supported it. Turbines would be a fitting contemporary refuge for a hermit. The revolution and the permanence.
Okay. Looks like we're definitely on the right track because we triggered another part of the narrative. So it looks like we can go back here. God. This is nicely done though. The atmosphere, the layout of the rocks. Very, very desolate, and that is this is a drawing. What the hell is this? Definitely leads us somewhere. X marked the spot. What is this? This looks like a quart. And then a little bit less than a quart. So that would be like a third. No, a third is more than a quart. A fifth. And a sixth. No, seems to point us in this direction, so just keep going. Nothing showing us anything up the rocks. That looks very...
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Okay, I don't know who Donnelly is, but this looks like it's pretty bleak here. Let's see if we can get into this little crevice slash cave here. Looks like the water is flowing in, right? And is it just me or is it getting dark? No. It looks like a crankshaft or something. And a door. Okay. This looks like a dead end. Let's make sure we can go to the right here. Doesn't look like it can. But just making sure. I wonder how far out into the sea we can go. Oh, hold on. There's something. We can't go there, but... This is not good.
Come back.
Okay. We're back. I think we died. So let's see if there's anything out on the seaside that we missed here. So let's follow this line here. Keeping a little bit closer to the coast this time. Okay. This looks like it is it. Let's go back up. We walk through here. Do we run? No, can't run. This looks like it's more solid ground. Let me see if we missed anything out here. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go up this ramp here. Oh, there's something here to the left. Oh no, that's how we got to that drawing in the sand. Feels like we're higher than we were before. Yeah, you can see the lighthouse in the distance. Right, nothing else to do than follow the path, I guess. Yeah, see, we're almost level with the lighthouse here. And the path still is going up.
The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
Is this some kind of, like, purgatory or something? Almost by the sound of it, it almost seems like they died in a car crash, which would explain the car door and the crankshaft that we found in that little cave down there. It looks like we need to go to that radio tower or something. Path is really overgrown here. Do we dare? Oh look, you can actually see the drawing in the sand from up here. Let's not jump.
When someone had died or was dying, and was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
That's disturbing. Looks like there's a path up there as well. Maybe we'll get around to it when we go around the mountain here. What can we see down here? Is that where we went in? So that would be where the no, this goes way further back, doesn't it? Nope. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was too far. Okay. Doesn't seem that there is a lot of penalty for dying. No, but there is something else over there that looks like Stonehenge. And it doesn't look like there is a way to get up there just yet. Okay, decision. Right or left? Let's keep going right.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
A very philosophical storyline here. This looks like a crossroads of sorts, but I don't think we can get up here. Unless this is a way up. No, maybe it's just a T intersection. Let's keep bearing right slightly. I love the header. What is that? It is some kind of marker. We're going this way, right? Are we going down again? Or did I get turned around somehow when I was looking at the marker? No, this is like orange header. I don't think we've seen that yet. Can't get up there. No, there is a path up there.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Who's Paul? They both know him. And assume it's a him. We're definitely on the other side of whatever the water was flowing into. Let's follow this upstream. We're on the wrong side of the fence, but oh well. So where does this water come from?
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Damn. That's bleak, dude. Meanwhile, I think we're getting a little bit too far away from the water here. Oh, here are the rocks that we saw from up there. This looks like it's some kind of has structure to it. There's a path leading that way, but I wanted to see where the water was coming from. So let's go that way first. It seems to be coming from up there. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get up there. Not like this. Oh, wait, there's another marker there. Just out of reach. Damn it. once again you see like there was a path up there. So, hold on, this looks like a pathway as well. No? It's too steep. So what are these pillars? They all look like they're surrounding this one pillar in the center. Anything of significance on it? That doesn't look like a drawing, does it? Nothing significant about the other pillars. So let's follow the path that led through the pillars up here. Keep hearing like sounds, like something is rattling. Let's go down here. Nope.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
It really sounds like somebody who's lost Esther in a car crash or something. Oh, wow. Let's bear right. What is that? Is that ships or is that... Yeah, there's multiple ships there. Of course, more trash. There's a light over there that calls. It's one ship. Looks like a fishing boat or some kind, or transport. Let's go towards that little blinking light first. So, probably need to go up here. Now I hear sounds coming from the boat, like something is... A chain is rattling in the wind or something. Okay, there's a boat behind it as well. And there's the marker.
An imagined answer phone message. The tires are flat, the wheel spins loosely, and the brake fluid has run like ink over this map, staining the landmarks and rendering the coastline mute, compromised. Where you saw galaxies, I saw only bruises cut into the cliff by my lack of sobriety.
I do see one little problem with the stream. Our little cat companion is sitting in front of part of the text. So let me move him around. Here you go, buddy. Boom. Just stay over there. There we go. Oh. There is stuff written on the boat there. Something about did he eat or nor drink? Let's go a little bit further down this path and until we get to a dead end. And the blinking light is all the way out into the sea. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. It's like a buoy for a shipping lane. Because now you can hear it ring as well. Something neither did he eat nor drink. Let's walk back and see what if we can make it a little bit clearer what is being said there. It's just a very desolate island. And I'm still thinking it could be somebody's mind or something. I mean, can we... Oh, no, no. Oh, okay. Hey, we survived something. We're definitely closer now, so let's walk down this path and see where that leads. It's probably dead ending as well. Want to make sure. Is it dead ending at the same spot? Well, gosh darn it, it is. Okay. Well, then we don't have to go any further. We just stay left here. There's a lot of crap that came out of that stuff. Out of that ship, I mean. There's a lot of crap that came out of the stuff. Yeah, we're on a roll here. Something else rattling. It's not just that buoy. Sounds like it's coming from the ship itself. Nothing looks like it's moving. It's like a shipping container with packages. We can't jump, so we can't get up here. It's not really readable where it's coming from. Walk through one of the containers. Hey! Whee! And then there's a second ship out there. Can't get to it from here. Can't get to it from here. Still want to jump with that space bar. Because it looks like we can easily get over some of these rocks, but... Oh, there's something on the rocks here again.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Call me crazy, but that almost looks like there's an LED at top. There's two arrows coming off like a diode. And that looks like coils. It's kind of like an electrical thing. That's weird. This looks like a dead end. It doesn't look like we can get anywhere. We can't get to that boat. Oh wait. Can we see what's written on there now? No, because that one container is in the way. Can we go up here? No. Huh. Maybe now we can see it a little bit better. And anything here to drink or eat? Something like that? Weird.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Oh. I guess his wife got killed by a drunk driver. I know I skipped the whole area there in the middle. It looked like there was another path down there, but let's go this way for now. Because I have the feeling we need to be on the other side of this. And there is another path that goes up here. You can also go down in that canyon. So his kidney stones have grown into an island, and his wife got killed by a drunk driver. There's a structure. Oh, there's the radio tower. There's a couple of structures here. And there is a path up there again. Wait, did the radio tower disappear? Oh, there it is. It's right behind that cliff there.
I've begun to climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
It's like stables of some kind. There's some... Oh. Somebody did an operation here. Some more bloody rags. Part of a picture. Some more needles. Could be an operation. Could be some junkies out here. Guess this is the path. Feels like we're getting really close to that tower.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
I'm still kind of confused what this island is. Is it imaginary and he's just walking through his memory, or is it real and some tragedy happened? Meanwhile, I think his wife Esther got killed. And who is Paul? This looks like a farmhouse. Is this the bothy that they were talking about? Let's take a look. I feel like I'm wandering around in the Highlander set.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
This story is really, really weird. So we came in through here. Let's take a look in here. Oh, suitcase or some kind of case. Yeah, it's a suitcase because it's got a handle on it. And a bed. A couple more crates. Looks like they're coming from that shipping, the transport ship. Diary and a door. We can't open it. Okay. Son of a bitch. Oh look, cans of paint. We've seen those before. Let's see if we can walk through here. Because we haven't been to that. Have we been to that one? No, we haven't been to that one yet. I was going to say this looks like more stables. Wait a minute. What is this shit? If those are diodes again. So there's one. No, they're all leaving the center. I don't know what this is. Should have taken a screenshot, right? That and of the chemical formula. We're still going towards the signaling, the radio tower, I think. Although we may have to get back up there somehow. God, I'm just getting cold listening to the wind. It just goes down. And if I want to follow the path, I need to go down here. Let's see if there's anything of interest down here. That looks so much like the gorge that we went into earlier. The rocks look like they're more of a path, though. Weird. Was that lightning? I think we're going the wrong way. I think we're getting away from the radio tower now. There's the beacon in the sea. This is not where we were before. This looks like a new... Oh, hey, look at that. There's a cave?
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed. The result of some birth defect, or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him. Unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop. A false and calcified seabird.
We'll wait until the commercial is done. Need to find a way to turn that off. It's irritating. Alright, we're back. So can we get down there without hurling ourselves off the rock? This looks like a very narrow path, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, look. It actually, all the way down there, it turns around. And then we can make a right.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft. But I cannot corroborate this
What
story.
shaft? Right, so now we're almost at sea level. Plus the entries don't start with Dear Esther anymore. That's also a change. This is definitely an old ship. Like the carcass of it. Mast.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken.
Okay.
It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose.
Okay, so it was a trawler.
They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
But I didn't see any supplies in there, so that is corridor. Let's take a look in this cave. Ooh. Is that a candle? Yes, that is a candle. Oh, this must be the shaft that he was talking about. Did I just die again?
From here, this last time, I have understood there is no turning back. The torch is failing along with my resolve. And hear the singing of the sea creatures from the passages above me, and they are promising the return of the gulls.
Wow. There's another candle. There's actually two candles down there. Some more rocks in a interesting shape. And there's something written on there again. That looks like markings, and back there as well. There's more markings. Can I get to it from this side? No? Can walk through this water without problems. Look like little peanut shapes on there. Looks like the only way out of here is behind this opening. Beyond this lit up area there's an opening. So let's go down that way. It is beautifully done though. The background music is also adding to the atmosphere, but I feel like we're in the mind of like a madman. This doesn't look normal. Oh, man.
There is no other direction. No other exit from this motorway.
We're back on the motorway.
Speeding past this junction, I saw you waiting at the roadside. A one last drink in your trembled hands.
Oh, and there's something on the wall here. Those are capacitors. That is chemical symbols. That looks like a neuron network. There's trees. Are we wandering around somebody's mind where stuff is jumbled up on? Look, there's more over here. There's stuff on the floor. But look, that looks like nerve, like a nervous system. Oh my god, there's stuff on the ceiling. That's a circuit. Yeah, it is so much a circuit. There's a pot meter, there's a resistor. Not sure what that is. That could be power supply or something. Oh Jesus, there's more over here. I hope I don't have to memorize this. Because this is another network or diagram, electric circuit. That reminds me so much of like a nerve cell. More drawings. Those look like trees. Another circuit. Chemical formula. It looks like it's different than the ones we've seen so far. There's a ground symbol. Now it looks like it's running together, like the electrical circuit and the nerve cells. This looks like something we've seen before. There's an LED again. Is that a frog? Can't really tell. Okay, we haven't been down this road because that's where we came in from. I think. It's bloody easy to get turned around here. Ooh, look at that, a waterfall. We're gonna go for it? Go for it. Or at least we're not helplessly drowning. We're not getting out of here either, it looks like. Unless there's an opening underneath here. This almost looks like you're getting out of here, but there we go. This looks like a path up. I think we're getting back to where we jumped down from. Let's just keep following this and see where it leads us. This is a dead end, so we're going this way. Just curious to see what it says. I mean, could just be markings. This is daylight, isn't it? Or is that just very bright fluorescent light? I can go down this way. Isn't that what we just jumped in? It looks like it. Let's walk around a little bit. Can we get up here? No. Doesn't seem to be any way up here. Right. But that looks different. Or are we slowly making our way back? I'm confused. There would be handy to have a compass in this place. A lot of fluorescent mushrooms. It's getting very, very narrow now. I don't think we've been here before.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
Okay. So this is a bridge, but there's also a path to the right, and it looks like a path to the left. Let's take the path to the left for a change. It leads us with the water flow. Maybe should have taken the right path. Although this looks like it's dead ending here. I mean, I can get into the water. But not for too long. That looks like it's going down a drain or something. Yeah, it looks like a drain. Alright, hopefully we can get back up here. So, where did we fall in the water? Hello? There we go. It looks like a drawing of a creature, but it has like an LED in the middle again. The hell is this? Let's go over the bridge, see where we wind up here. That is actually a transistor, and it's got two lines, two arrows pointing into it, so that could be a photoresistor. Wait, this is the bridge we just came over. There's another bridge that's going higher, but there's also a path that leads down here. Which is basically the other side of what we just went down on. Lots of crystals now. I don't think this side will lead us any further. Ooh, big diagram. So we have resistors and we have a lot of circles. There's some capacitors there. There's more capacitors. I have no clue what that could be. And we're at the end again. I'm not going to jump in the water because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get back on this side. So just for completeness, I'm going to go over that other bridge now. See if that leads us anywhere. You could say one could get lost in this maze. Is the bridge? Yeah, it looks like it. Or at least it's going over the water. I'm not sure it was really a bridge because there was nothing on the right hand side. It spirals up and not sure where it goes. Another drawing. That looks very familiar. Have we already been here? Does that look like one of those nerve cells again? I'm pretty sure we have not been here. The hell is this? Holy crap. Oh, you can't go this way? But why not? It looks so inviting there. Let's go this way.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
I'm still trying to figure out what the stories are that are intertwined here. This looks like another diagram there. Pretty sure we've not been down this road before. Although these two candles look familiar. No, well, we've not been down this road before. Behold, Damascus is taken. Holy crap, it gets more and more intense. Look at all these drawings. This is a lot. This is somebody. Damascus is taken. Damascus is taken. Behold, Damascus is taken. Away from being a city. Away from being a city? So... away from being a city. Okay, so we're going that way. Just keep going up. And it shall be something hurt. Fungus heap. Ruinous heap. I don't know why, but I have the feeling we're climbing out of somebody's mind. These are roots. Those are not stalactites. Those are roots of something. Well, only one way to go, but forward. Hopefully this water is not too deep. Well, this is the only way we can go. Okay. Right. Axe 22.0. I was going to say, didn't we jump down here before, but we would have seen that. Can we walk around it? Nope. Okay, wait, this looks like a road. What the hell? There's a car. Hello? That don't look good. Yeah, but there's nobody in there. There's not even doors on the car. How about this one? Well, at least this one's got doors, but also nobody in there. Any indication of where we are? I mean, looks like there's stuff growing out of the sign. And we're back here. Wow. Okay, there's a path up here. That definitely looked like that. We was talking about an accident earlier. And this is slow going, but we're going up. I just don't know if we're gonna go up this here. This looks very, very steep. It's loading. The thing I see is the candlelight, so let's go towards that. We left the caves. Damn. So there are two paths, one with the candle and one without a candle.
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
I was going to spend an hour with this game, but it's got me really intrigued now. Let's follow the path without the candles. Oh, holy shit, look at this! It's another diagram. I think we've seen that before. Are those switches? Okay, this looks like a dead end. We can't get to that. So maybe we can hook up with the path with the candles this way. Oh, there's also a path in the middle. Looks a little unsafe. This is not good. Can we get out of the water? So the moment I stop moving, I sink into the darkness. So let's try that again. Wait, we came out of this one, what? Because there's also a lot of light coming from that cave. Let's try this again though. What if I keep going into that direction? Oh, look, 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 look. We're getting somewhere. Can we get up here now? No, can we get around it? Oh no, no, there we go. That's not good. Goodbye, Crew World. I don't know where I am now.
Come back.
Okay, maybe that's not the way to go. Let's take a look up on this very lit up cave here with all the candles. Can we get up there? Doesn't look like it. Damn it. Looked like it could be important. Okay, what do we got here? Hello? Oh, I thought there was somebody standing there. This ends again. There's some light in the water over there. No, I was wrong.
Come back.
Okay, so we're back at the same point where we respawned last time that we died here. So maybe not go on up here. Just walk around this. Oh, look, there's more candles over here. A lot more candles over here. And a lot more structures. Are they like mooring areas for
I
ships?
returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery. But the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time, we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
Bleak, buddy. I see somebody up there, it looks like. Can we get up there? Yes, albeit slowly. I think that was just the... what are those? The pictures of a car? Isn't that the car that we saw on the highway underneath the water? And to be honest, that actually looks, with the lines, it almost looks like a highway. Holy shit. That is somebody. There is somebody standing on top of that cliff. That is a person. No shit. No doubt about it. How do we get there? Or is that a tree? Maybe something. That looks like surgery equipment and like a resuscitating equipment. Like a... something to restart your heart with. Person still standing on top of the cliff. If it's a person. Can we get up here? No, that's way too steep. I guess we'll go down here. Listen, I don't like being alone, but I'm also not too keen on people just looking down from the cliffs at me. It's a little spooky. No. Got a chemical formula again. That is not a chemical formula, is it? What the hell is that? If I remember correctly from chemistry, we do one of those hexagons. That was a carbon-based thing. Not sure we can get any further in this cave. No, it doesn't look like I can go this way. And there's a picture. I can't really get closer to it. Wait a minute, I can. If I hold the mouse button, it zooms in. A woman? Let's keep going around this cliff. Maybe we find a way up. Oh, there's another cave with a lot of candles. A door to... What the fuck? That wasn't there before. I am 100% sure that was not there before. Just by us being here, did that cause that to come into existence? It almost looked like it was the cliff where that guy was watching us from. Something has changed. The moon is gone too.
There were chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
Now that person is standing on the cliff over there. We walked around the tower somehow. But there's no way up there. But if you look at the radio tower there is a path that leads around the top of it. So we need to find a way up there. I think this is our best way to go. Oh, we got riding again. Let's see if we can get a little further away. Around him. Shown around him. Healing from heaven. Heaven shown around him. A light from heaven shown around him. Yeah, a light from heaven shone around him. Does that apply to the guy that was there on the top? It really feels like it's something out of the Bible. This is spooky as shit. But it got louder. Yeah, it definitely says a light of heaven shone around. There's the moon, by the way. The moon hasn't left. I guess we follow this path.
From here, I can see my armada.
Armada?
I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
I think this guy has gone very, very mad. Can we get up here somehow? No. Really, really would love to get to that radio tower. But it looks like we have to climb that cliff over there. What is this? A bunker of some kind? Oh look, there's the amount of paper ships that he made. They didn't sink, but they didn't get far either. Unless this is not the island that they got launched from. Okay, so there's a set of steps that leads towards a path that may lead towards the radio tower, but let's take a look over here first. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him and he fell to the ground. This is getting very biblical. There's a ramp. Did that look like a DNA spiral there? A reflection in the water? A little bit, but I think it was just a coincidence. Okay, I don't think there's a lot over here. I think we need to go up the steps. Hold on, there was a sign too. It's just a black rectangle. It almost looks like it's been a harbor with those rescue flotation devices. I feel like we're getting closer to the tower, but still a long ways away. We somehow went under it when we went through that whole cave system.
A sound of torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal. As I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, all my mind as a bypass.
I think he's reliving the accident. There must be a candle over there again. That is so much a person. Could be Paul. You know, I'm getting chills. I don't know, it's the cold air in
I've
here?
begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Is it up here somewhere? Now, of course, there's nobody standing here. Very spooky. Oh, shit. Yeah, this was definitely the point where we saw this person standing. And as he was proceeding on his journey, yes, dot, 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 dot. Oh. Near. It has come near to Damascus. I feel that we're getting somewhere, guys. So before we get to some kind of well, let's keep going because there's more here. And he,
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis,
days
retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
without sight. And there was something on the other side as well. And neither did he eat nor drink. Okay. Okay. Well, there's more text. And more candles. The 3 days without sight. Could that mean the 3 days that the person was in a hospital or was unconscious? Okay, we got a decision. We can go up there or we can go that way. Let's take a look at these structures.
The stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
Keep going up. It looks like there's a fence around it. The access to the radio tower. I thought something was written on the wall there too. It's really just abandoned. There's nothing here except this weird half-round shape here. Let's not duplicate this here. And we got more chemical formulas. Like chemical slash electronic. Okay, the number 21 must be important somehow. Okay, this doesn't lead us anywhere. Let's try and get back on that path. I think it's just taking a ride around here. Almost looks like a bunker. Oh. If it is, we can't get in there. There is a gate around it, but it looks like the gate is open. Danger. Unauthorized personal keep out. How close are we to that radio tower? I feel that that is kind of like a destination of kinds. Yeah, more text. Let's make sure we don't fall off the cliff while reading it. Oh, crap. There's a lot of text here. And something about the past. Past that as I made my journey and something was I can't read this. Oh shit. Did it just run out of road? Well, we just need to make sure that I walk where I'm supposed to walk. Something about noon. God. Wish I could read the rest. Oh, I feel like we're so close to that tower. But I'm afraid if I take one step back to be able to read the letters. Something from heaven. Great light round about me. And could not see.
I have dredged these waters for the bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory, the point when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sanford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not a recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
Does that mean he had a heart attack or something? Being led by the hand of them. That were with me. Came into Damascus. We're really close now. Look, I mean, I almost touch it.
We will leave twin vapor trails in the air, white lines etched into these rocks.
Twin vapor trails in the air? What are you talking about?
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Sorry, I'm a little speechless here. I think this is the... No, we're flying. I'm not sure if I have control over any of this. I think this is just a cutscene at the end. I think following the same path again. Oh, we didn't go there. Oh yeah, it was the paper boats. Oh, like the shadow.
Come back.
I think that's when Esther passed away. Oh. Wow, that was a pretty heavy adventure actually. Um, it's a good story though, and with the environment, it really gets you going. So yeah, I liked it.